What's up, everyone? The title of this problem is Sublime Sequence, and it is from Codeforces. Here's what it says. Farmer John has an integer x. He creates a sequence of length n by alternating integers x and minus x, starting with x. For example, if n is equal to 5, the sequence looks like x minus x, x minus x, x. He asks you to find the sum of all integers in the sequence. So let's see. Input. The first line contains an integer t. T is between 1 and 100, the number of test cases. The only line of input for each test case is two integers, x and n, both between 1 and 10. Great. And now the output. For each test case, output the sum of all integers in the sequence. Great. So now, in order to do this, all we have to do really is um, we only have to look at the number n independently of x. X, I'm pretty sure it doesn't even matter because let's think about it. For example, let's actually take this one as an example. Okay, so let's say we have the numbers 1, which will be x, and 4, which will be n. And let's see, let's draw the actual sequence. Let's say the problem says we start with x, so the sequence would be 1, then minus 1, then 1, then minus 1. So let's say here, if we sum these four numbers, it would output literally, let's say we sum the positives first. 1 plus 1 is 2, and then we add the negatives. Minus 1 would be minus 2. So 2 minus 2, that would be 0. All this to say, if n is an even number, the output or the sum of the sequence will always be 0. You can literally repeat this example with any even n you want. We could say this is the same for 6 or 600 or 10,000. You name it. It would still equal 0. Now, let's look at another example. Let's see. For example, here we have x is 2 and n is equal to 5. This gets a bit more interesting because let's see, and again, uh, let's see, 2 minus 2, then would be 2, then minus 2, and then that would be 2. Now, if you look at this, let's say we have three positives, 3 positive 2, and 2 positive minus, sorry, 2 negative 2. So that would, if we sum this, that would be like 6 minus 4 equals 2. All this to say, if n is odd, the answer in this case, because we always started with a positive x, would be x itself, right? Again, you can replace 2 with any x you want and replace 5 with any odd n you want, and you will get that result. So let's actually code it. And here, let's see, we are getting x and n, x and n, right? Let's take them from the input, x and n. There you go. And let's just check for those conditions I just told you. Let's say if n equal and in order to check if n is even, for example, we have to we can do this with the remainder with this operator. Let's say we divide n by 2, and if the remainder is 0, that means that n is an even number. And if it is, we can say that the result will be 0 of the sum. And then if it is not true, that would mean that n is an odd number. In that case, the answer will be x, right? So I think we're ready to test this. Let's do that. Let me grab the input real quick. And here we get 0204. 0204, exactly as expected. So let's give this a go and let's roll. No, okay, it's verifying if I'm human. This is kind of annoying, but part of the game. So let's just wait. Hopefully it does not take that much. And yeah, with this pro okay, there you go. Submit. Let's see, it's running, running. Accepted. Great. So now, I mean, what bit of analysis can we do? Um, I mean, really, since the inputs are rather constrained and the operations are also very minimal, we can say that this is O of 1 because we are always going to be performing the same set of operations for this. So that's it really. Hope that was helpful.